Hey, trending topics. This is Miss Corey. Welcome to U0-L1 Intro to the Course. So this slideshow is just going to go through some of the basics about the course. So a little bit about me. This is my 5th year teaching, 4th year at ISD 728 online. My bachelor's degree is in ancient history. My master's degree is in secondary social studies education. I have a minor in Spanish studies. I really love admiring pets. I have a dog of my own. Her name is Stella. She's right here and over here. You will probably hear her barking in the background of videos because she is a very loud dog for a very small dog. So units for this course. We are going to start off with Unit 1, what is news? Unit 2 will be bias. Unit 3 will be fake news. Unit 4 is logical fallacy, deep fakes, online trolls, and how to use AI. Unit 5 is social dilemmas. Unit 6 is world issues. If there's time, there probably won't be, to be honest. So we'll probably skip Unit 6, and then we'll do Unit 7, which is year in review. All right, so this class is kind of different than all the other classes I teach because we do a lot of trending topics and current news stories. So, as you probably know, people love to debate and hate on each other in the last few years. So, I guarantee there will be hotly debated topics that come up in class. But this class is not your platform to debate or fight anyone over any topic. Got it? This is not your platform for debate. This class is used as a way to get tools for you to be a smart consumer of news and media, not for debating. All right, so it's okay to politely disagree with a classmate. So, for example, if Linda writes, I think that phones should be banned from schools because they are too distracting and grades go down. And Hector writes, I disagree with you because phones can be helpful too in class, like playing Kahoot. That would be an okay disagreement. It's polite, you're telling them why you disagree with them. This is an example that is not okay to disagree with. So if Linda writes, I think phones should be banned from schools because they are too distracting and grades go down. And Hector writes, Linda, you are so wrong. Phones are so helpful. Only teachers' pets would want phones banned. You are so dumb. That is not an appropriate way to disagree with someone. All right, so this would be an okay way to write an article summary. If Vicky writes, this article talks about how there was a presidential debate last night in Las Vegas. The candidates got off topic when debating about healthcare and the cost of healthcare. This is not an okay way to write an article summary. Vicky writes, last night's debate was so one-sided. President Jones is the best. Anyone who thinks differently is dumb. My family and I love President Jones. President Smith is so boring, it doesn't make sense. He's just going to make this country worse. His answer to healthcare is so extreme. That is not an okay way to write an article summary. That's very biased. And we'll talk about biases in just a little bit, actually. Also, do not do any name calling, teasing, bullying, or hate speech in this class. Example of name calling would be like, Susan, you are so stuck up when it comes to educational policies. Or an example of teasing is, Tom, your answer to questions never makes sense. Can you not even write a complete sentence? An example of bullying would be, Vicky, you should stop talking. Your views on this topic are awful. And an example of hate speech would be, these people should not belong in the community. They only bring crime and destruction. If I see this happening, you will get a 0 on that assignment, a call home, a message to your counselor, and vice principal. If you cannot handle yourself in what you say, you need to choose a different class than this one. And I'm serious about that. All right, so what questions do you have about anything I just talked about? And if you don't have any questions, that's all right, just say none. All right, whew, I'm glad that's out of the way. That's probably the most uncomfortable part of this whole video. All right, now let's talk about course lingo. So if you've never had me before as a teacher, which some of you have, there's some familiar names on the roster, so welcome back. But if you've never been in my class before, I structure assignments like this: U, then a number, dash L, then a number. U stands for unit, L stands for lesson. So for example, U3L2 would be unit 3, lesson 2. Or this here is U1L9, that's unit 1, lesson 9. Grading. 80% of your grade is summative. So those are the tests and projects. Now, I will never give you a multiple choice summative test for this class. It's all going to be project based. 20% of your grade is formative. That's the daily work, like the ed puzzles. Formative work is usually about 5 points. Sometimes it varies. Summative work varies on the point range. So anywhere usually between the 20 to 35 point range. Due dates. Due dates for an assignment are due that Sunday at midnight, unless otherwise noted. Very, very rarely is it not a Sunday at midnight. It might change a little bit as we get in the last week of the semester, but otherwise, just guarantee it that it's going to be Sunday at midnight. An example would be like this here. You'll see that your next assignment is writing and sending an appropriate email. Of course, this is an older screenshot, but it would be due Sunday. So it'll tell you when the assignments are due kind of down here on Schoology. Attendance is based upon assignment completion. You must complete all assignments for the current week in order to be marked as present for attendance. So 100% of your assignments have to be done. So let's say if you're sick or on vacation Tuesday through Friday. If you were still present on Monday, you still are obligated to complete the whole week's work before the deadline, which is typically, again, Sundays at midnight. What happens if you're going on vacation Monday through Friday or were called out sick the whole week? That is a really good and important question, because here with our online school, we are actually our own separate high school than Elk River or Rogers or Zimmerman. So when you are called out sick or on vacation, I do not get a notification that you are sick or out on vacation. So you need to email me to let me know. If you do not email me, I will not know that you're gone, and then you will be marked as absent for attendance. So make sure you communicate with me about that. So what happens if you are marked absent? Not pleasant things will happen to you. So I do attendance on Monday mornings. So attendance are by the week. So on Monday mornings, I do attendance for the week prior. You will get an email from me to your parents and you and your counselors. 2 absences in a row makes me call home. And then 3 absences may result in truancy, which would be getting kicked out of the class. And no one wants that, so don't do that. All right, so students who are struggling with the learning model of Online 728 will be moved to an in-person or blended opportunities and an intervention step to promote student success. Struggling is demonstrated by poor attendance or lack of engagement in online coursework. It is important to remember that online learning is an option for students and not suitable for all learners. Moving students to a learning model that provides more direct teacher instruction follows MTSS guidelines for intervention. So I hear this a lot, but I was so busy with real school that I forgot about this class. Newsflash, this is real school. This class is just as important as your in-person classes. When do you work? Another excellent question. So this is an online class, which means you are an independent worker. There is no teacher to physically bug you to do your work. All of you have one period blocked out for this class, so work during that time or find your own time. Suggestions. Be consistent. Set aside daily time to do classwork. Put away your phone. Time management. Rarely do assignments take 15 minutes. Most assignments take about 30 to 50 minutes. I base that upon your in-person class periods. So your in-person class periods are about 52 minutes. So that's kind of how I get those numbers. What happened if you need help? I cannot see you physically, so I don't know when you're struggling. You need to reach out to me if you need help, okay? Contact me. I love getting emails from students. The best way to contact me is by far email. I also have it where you can sign up for Google Meets. I'll show that to you when we look at our Schoology page, but email by far is the best. Late work. Late assignments may be turned in but are subjected to having points deducted for lateness. When you turn in a late assignment, email me right away so I can grade it. If you don't email me, I may not see it submitted and may not grade it. So make sure you email me to let me know. Plagiarism and AI. AI can be helpful in some classroom settings when given permission. Analyzing and fixing texts or research and finding sources. We will use AI for actually a little, like about a week to 2 weeks or so. We'll do kind of like a little AI crash course thing. But I will let you know when that is. And I will make it very clear when we can use AI. Any assignment that is plagiarized or used AI will be given a 0 for the whole assignment if not given permission. So, example, you are doing an assignment and you copy and paste something from Wikipedia or AI or whatever, that would be a 0 for the entire assignment. So, don't do it. Again, when we have an assignment that uses AI, I will be extremely clear that you can use it. Otherwise, do not use AI for the assignments. Okay. When we do use AI for an assignment, I will give you further instruction of how to use that AI as well. There might be certain AI websites I want you to use. But again, if it doesn't talk anything about AI, do not use AI. All right, tools used for this class. If you've taken a class with me before, you know my main tool is Edpuzzle because that's what we're using right now. It is used weekly, if not multiple times a week. And then Google Slides. So there's some assignments that we'll use Google Slides for, Schoology, Canva. Um, we'll use them as well. So tips for Edpuzzles. When watching Edpuzzles, make sure you're signed in with your ISD 728 account and make sure your ad blocker is turned off. Seriously, make sure it's turned off. It's that little like red stop sign with a hand in your upper right corner of your computer screen. Questions will pop up on the side of the Edpuzzle video and pause the video for you to answer. If this does not occur, make sure you turn off your ad blocker. And for you to get any points, you must watch the Edpuzzle until the very end. There's usually like a symbol that says like you're done or like some submit button or something like that. And let me know if you have any questions with Edpuzzles. I'm happy to help you. So if the video does not stop for you right now, your Edpuzzle isn't working correctly. So make sure you turn off your ad blocker. If the video just stopped for you and you had to answer the question, you go to Target with $5. What are you going to buy? Then Edpuzzle is working for you. All right, then also make sure that when watching an Edpuzzle video, you watch all the way to the very, 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 very end. If you don't, you won't get points for the video, which means no score, which means you'll be marked as absent. So make sure you watch it to the very, very end. Here's another big kind of concern with Edpuzzle. So you're like, I just did the Edpuzzle. Why is there a 0 in the grade book? Do not panic. 0 just means you completed the Edpuzzle. Now I need to go in and grade it. I individually grade all as puzzles and your answers. So give me about 48 hours to give you a grade. If it's still a 0 after that, that's fine. Email me to let me know. But again, don't panic if it's a 0 right away. It just means I have to go in and grade it. All right, let's do a quick check. So, what is the best way to contact your teacher? Hopefully, you said email. All right, what percentage of assignments do you need to do in order to be marked as present for attendance? Is it 75%, 25%, 100%, or 50%? Hopefully, you said 100%. All right, let's take a quick tour. So, you're probably wondering, how do I even get to our Schoology course? Good question. Well, you probably got there already because you've been watching this video. But we're this one right here in trending topics. It's like supposed to be a stack of newspaper, and it kind of says trending topics spring 26 on it. You can see it more when it's actually in the web page. So here we have my contact information, the other courses that I teach. If you want to sign up for a Google meeting, you can click there to do so. And if you turn in late assignment, remember just to email me. Here's some parent/guardian resources. So if they're having troubles accessing Schoology, that can help them out. This calendar here will change weekly. It shows what you need to do for each week. And then we'll have our folders down here. So right now you're working on the orientation materials. And in another couple weeks, starting February 2nd, we will start with Unit 1, What is News? All right, so if you do not think you can meet all the time and assignment requirements for this class, you need to contact your counselor now to change classes. Do you have any questions about this course? And if you don't have any, that's okay, just type none. All right, next up, you're going to do U0-L2, writing and sending an appropriate email. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm more than happy to help you out. All right, thanks for watching. I'm happy you're taking this course. I hope you enjoy it. Bye.